VLR.
This show is produced by IJReview.com.
This show is copyright by VLR Media. All opinions of panelists and guests are their own and may not reflect the opinion of VLR Media, the host, or anyone else.
Let's be clear. Now let's be clear. Now let's be clear. There are no winners here. Now let's be clear. Now let's be clear. Now let's be clear. There are no winners here.
Two minds are better than one. Time for the right mics with Mike Miller and Michael Hausum.
Well, welcome to the show, folks. This is The Right Mics with Mike Miller and Michael Hausum. If you'd like to call in this half hour, please do. We'd love to take your calls. The number's 412-567-6879. And I was thinking that what we would do is spend the entire half hour talking about, minute by minute, the differences in the weather between what's going on in Indianapolis and what's going on here in Newport Beach, California, because I think that would make scintillating radio. What about you, Miller?
Well, of course, because who doesn't want to hear about the differences in weather on literally a live basis between Indianapolis and sunny Southern California?
Actually, more important than that, big news, man. The new season 6 of Archer just launched. And so I last night downloaded via iTunes season 5 and watched the first couple of episodes. Now, of course, Miller, you won't be able to talk about that, but maybe Jessica and I can spend some time.
Not only will I not be able to talk about it, I have no idea what the hell it even is.
Oh, man. Archer is everything. You need to watch it.
Jessica, would you like to explain to Mike real briefly what Archer is?
That's how you get ants.
Exactly.
Archer is
How what?
an epic show.
How you what?
This is how you get ants. It's in the show. You have to watch it. It's awesome.
Ants is an ants or aunts?
Ants, like the bugs.
Yeah, the little crawly things.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, listen. Let's wait. We'll talk about it tomorrow. I'll do some research so that I can.
Research. Watch the show.
Well, what that may happen. Listen, Hausum, here's what we really need to do to start off the show. We haven't done this for a while. And we need to do it not only for the obvious reasons that we've stated in the past, but I have an additional reason that we need to do it. And it's a question I'm going to ask you after we do it. But, dude, we need to reaffirm those 3 very critical aspects of our personal selves.
You know what? I think that's a good point. I mean, I'm looking at a couple of stories that go kind of along this. And if we're not culturally current, Mike, we're nothing. As Andrew Breitbart once said, politics is downstream from culture. And as interested as we are in politics, we need to not only be culturally informed, but we ourselves need to be culturally current. Don't you agree?
Oh, there's just absolutely no question.
All right. Well, I will start off. And so here's the framework of this. I am going to my gender identification for the day is male. My sexual orientation for the day is heterosexual, and my racial cultural background is Anglo-Saxon, white.
Okay, and in an effort to save time, ditto here. But I want to focus on the heterosexual part. Okay, I just want.
Okay, let's do.
Well, I want to emphasize that because of the question I'm going to ask you right now, and I want people to immediately, as the words leave my lips, take the question, although it is personal, in the proper context. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay, so dude, here's my question. Do you take a shower every day?
I can't say I take a shower every single day. But generally speaking, yeah, I take at least a shower a day.
Yeah, so in an average week, you're probably taking 5, 6.
Not 5 or 6 a day.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. Let's. All right. Can we edit that? I'm kidding. No, 5, 6 days a week. You're probably showering.
Well, at least
At least
6.
once. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yesterday,
me too.
just for an example, I'll give you the week. Okay, on Monday I took a shower. Yesterday, I actually took 2 showers. I took a shower mid-morning after early afternoon, right after our show, after I went on the bike ride.
Right.
And then in the evening, I went to the gym and I took another shower after that. Whereas today, for example, I have yet to take a shower.
Now, see, this is why, when we say we're twin brothers from another mother, what you just described is exactly what I do. Not only exactly what I do, but for the same reasons. If it's, of course, I can only ride when it's not 1 degree or worse below 0, and the wind doesn't whistle through my teeth when I go out to get the mail. But I have been an avid cycler for half my life. So you get up in the morning, you shower, you decide to go for a bike ride later, or vice versa. And then if I want to either go to the gym later or here, mow the lawn, you end up taking 3 showers a day. But generally speaking, it's 1. And like you said, every day you just say, what the hell, I'm not going anywhere. And you miss one.
Right.
Well,
now, let me ask you this question, though. As interesting as our showering habits are, I fail to understand your connection to sexual orientation.
Well, I just wanted to make sure that, if people kind of tuned in late and they're hearing me ask you what your showering habits are.
Okay.
See, they might take that the wrong way.
Oh, okay. Well,
and of course,
unless they heard you invite me to take a shower with you.
Well, see, but I did that offline, so there's no way
This is radio, man. This is good radio.
There's no way they would know that. So here's the deal, and the purpose of my question. What the hell's her name? Naya Rivera. She's on Glee, right? She was a guest host yesterday on The View, and she declared, listen, she pegged you and me. Showering every day is a white people thing, House, and we're guilty. Listen, we're racist by taking showers, and we didn't even know it till right now.
Okay, so it's not a sexual orientation thing. It's a racial thing.
Okay, listen. Let me explain this again one more time, and stop me when I get to the point where you get confused. I only did I only did the orientation thing, so that people would not be confused as to why one guy was asking another guy about his showering habits.
Oh, gotcha.
That's
okay.
all I had. You got it?
Okay, because I was thinking that since you're talking about the show Glee, that may be the sexual orientation.
Okay, so yeah, no, I didn't go. I did not go there. Although now that you mentioned the white people thing, that could actually be impacted by two of the 3 of those variables, because by declaring ourselves not only heterosexual but white, then that could be a racial thing, and that could be a predeterminant. It could be genetic, that because we're white, we just take more showers.
That's exactly right. Listener Dan Fitzgerald just tweeted us on our Twitter handle at The Right Mics. We're white and we're destroying the earth.
The thing is with the California drought, I mean, of course it's over now, right? But I think the first thing they should do before they outlaw people watering their lawns is to tell all white people to quit taking the hell so many showers.
Yeah, and I don't understand this. I mean, I'm looking back at the article that she has this theory that white people shower a lot more than ethnics. I feel like showering more than once a day or every day is such a white people thing. She said, my mom is half black, half Puerto Rican, and she showers every day, so I can say this. But I can say I am now married to a white man, and he showers a lot, like 2-3 times a day. I'm like, what are you doing? Okay, So her anecdotal experience being, she justifies her ability to point out the racial distinction as, hey, her mom is half black and half Puerto Rican.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let's back up the bus a minute. The reason she said that about the half black and half Puerto Rican, and she showers every day, the reason she threw that in, which is a 180 from what she just previously said about white people thing, is because even Whoopi and company reacted like, huh? And the audience was like, huh? So backpedals like crazy and then tries to, dig herself out of the hole. So that's why she threw that in.
Well, see, I don't think so. I think that she's saying, hey, my mom's half black, half Puerto Rican. So we don't know what her dad contributed to her racial ethnic mix.
Yeah, but he's not white.
She doesn't mention what her dad is at all. She's just saying that from her mom's side, she is
I think you're
quarter black. She's quarter black, quarter Puerto Rican via her mom. Via her dad, we don't know. She's using that as a justification for being able to make so that she's not being a racist. She's like, hey, there's half of me that's mixed race, and I'm married to a white guy, and he showers a lot. So her anecdotal. Yeah. Her anecdotal experience confined to her white husband allows her to broad brush showering is for white people.
See, again, I'm going to let you slide on making the assumption, because she didn't say it, that her dad might possibly be white, and that's why she said that. I think she's backpedaling because of the reaction from Whoopi and company in the audience. But let's back up the bus even further. And the operative word here is theory. And I'm shocked to death, Michael, that a liberal would would say something like this based solely on theory or feelings, if you will, versus facts and data. I'm beside myself in shock that a liberal would do that.
Yeah, you know what? And although, Mike, I'd encourage you to look at it this way. She's had direct experience with one thing and then draws a conclusion and applies it to the entire planet Earth. That is...
Well, now you're right. That moves forward to the white husband thing, unless she thought that growing up as well. But yeah, and of course, liberals never do what you just said either, right?
No, you meet one person who's a total jerk that happens to be a Republican. You could say, well, I have this theory.
If all white people are total jerks. Anyway.
Oh my God.
Let's throw this in just for the hell of it. I mean, just to show that we are fair and balanced. It's not even fair or balanced. It's the state of affairs as it relates to race these days. As I said to you offline, 10 years ago, and of course it depends on the voice inflection and the context in which she made the comment, but let's go back 5, 6, 10, however many years. If a stand-up Hispanic comic, a black comic, had talked about showering being a white people thing, it would have been hilarious. It would have been
hilarious.
It would have been just shtick, stand-up shtick. The fact that this is even a story points exactly to the point. We've made for months on this show how hyperbolic everything has become as it relates to race and all things related in this country. It's no big deal, but the fact that we're talking about it, the fact that Zip puts it up, that the videos are out and people are tweeting about it and so forth, it just shows, here's why. I mean, it kind of answered my own question in my head as I said that. It points to the hypocrisy, because if a white person went on The View and said yada, 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 eating ribs or liking fried chicken or whatever is a black thing, that would be on the nightly news.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, glad to know.
If we're talking about Hollywood, I don't know. We briefly talked about it. I don't know how much time you spent with it. There's a huge problem going on with wealthy actress types and other wealthy people in Hollywood right now.
And I saw that, and I'm not going to steal your thunder, but that I can see that problem only worsening, man.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? This is a really good question. Dan Fitzgerald, the same who commented just a second ago, he just tweeted